So here's an issue that I want to touch base on. One controversial issue that goes on in, I would say America, but I don't want to just pinpoint America because it doesn't just happen in America. This pretty much happens worldwide. So I'm just going to say in the world, period. Is the fact that they call you a sellout. Like they say that a black man is a sellout if he dates outside of his race. For some reason, that bothers me. And this is the reason why it bothers me because I feel that you can't judge all black men as the same because not all black men are out to intentionally turn on their own people. And I feel that the reason why there's so much hate in people's heart and why there's so many people that are quick to pinpoint something is because I think they experienced so much of what they seen of what other black men do, so they fix it in their mind that every time they see a black man with a white woman or whatever the case is, then automatically they have this hate in their heart for it because they already have this prejudgment and this stereotypical judgment on what black men do. But in my own opinion, I feel like it's 50-50 because, and the reason I say it's 50-50 is for the simple fact that yes, there are some black men that do go out and they date opposite races for the wrong reasons. And yes, they do go out and yes, they do, they do have a certain favoritism towards a certain woman of a certain race, and they do it intentionally to hurt their own kind. There are some black men out there that do that. Yes, there are some black men out there that do act like they're better than someone when they're dating someone of opposite race. But at the same time, I feel that no matter what the situation is, you can't place that judgment on every single person. If if I go out here and if I date someone of an opposite race and if I get married to someone of an opposite race, it's not because they're white and it's not because I'm turning against my own people. Maybe it's because there's qualities within that person that I like about them that cause me to fall in love with them. And it has nothing to do with me turning against my own kind. Maybe I'm just in love with that person because they do things for me that makes me happy. It has nothing to do with me hating myself because I don't hate myself. Because in the back of my mind, I already know that dating a white person would not be my first choice. I would I would immediately pick a black person first to be my first choice because that's who I was originally attracted to first. So usually when I go out to date people, the first thing that I look for is this. First thing that I look for when I go out on dates is the first person I would eyeball is a black person because that's what I'm usually attracted to first. So it really has nothing to do with the skin color or anything that is going on within inside of me. And I just felt the need to just really put that out there people because there's some people that just date outside of their race because that may just be something that they just want to do. It just may be something that they want to do because they just have an open mind and they just want to go out and they just want to explore and they want to date other people. But there's some people that don't see it that way. Maybe they have a open mind into seeing what other things that other people can offer. Maybe they want to see what different walks of life are. So I just feel that people should never judge that. And like it has nothing to do with you turning on your own kind. Like, what if you just what if you're just dating someone just because you just really like that person, and it may not have nothing to do with the person being white or Latino or whatever race that the person is. Personally, I don't think that it should really even be that big of a deal, and it really shouldn't even be that serious. But it is a big deal to some people, and it is a problem to people. And I just want to let people know that, you can't have that hatred in your heart towards everyone, because it's not going to get anywhere. You can't look at everyone in that kind of way, because it's really going to get no. It's not going to get you anywhere. It's not going to get you anywhere having that hatred towards your heart, in your heart towards people. Like, no, it just doesn't make any sense to me. It just doesn't. Like, it kills me when somebody will try to sit there and they'll just immediately, without even stopping and thinking about what they say, they'll just immediately just throw out, like, and just say all kind of stuff like that's in their heart. And yeah, even though that's how the world is, and yes, there's always going to be people out there like that, but I just feel that this world is never going to get better unless people really learn to accept things for what it is. Some people have preferences. Some people choose to date certain people. There's some black men out there that just choose not to date their own kind for their own specific reasons. There's some black men that just prefer not to date black women for their own reasons. You know, and honestly, that's their choice. You can't really get mad at them for that. You know what I'm saying? Now, for the ones that are literally out here, just literally saying, "Well, yeah, I'm with this white woman, with her beautiful long hair, and I just want to be with her for this such and such reason, and this black woman can't compare it to her." Okay, I can understand that part, because then those are usually the type of men that are usually just with her just because they're infatuated with that beauty in that certain skin tone that makes them feel good about themselves as people. So you just kind of have to look at both sides of the issue. But either way, regardless, you can't let that hatred take over your heart. And I feel that's what a lot of people do. Like, you can't just say that all black men do this and all black men do that. Like, it's just not, because it's just always going to be a unbalance. And I just feel that people need to at least be more mindful of certain things that they say. If a man chooses to date outside of his race, that should be his choice. Now, for whatever reason he chooses to date outside his race, even if he's doing it for the wrong reasons, that's still his choice. Even if we know that it's wrong. I mean, that's pretty much how I feel about it.